Here's Nix. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Looking to put a drive together.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboot. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, right back to Scatterboot.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He'll dump this off to Scatterboot.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go now.
To throw, Dart. That's complete to Mooney.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
At the 60. At the 60.
Throwing, Dart. And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. This is the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he stopped immediately there. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Dart going to look to throw here.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Able to slither by.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Nix to the air.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys that they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action with Dart.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
Jordan Stout in punt formation.
.158 left to play till we hit halftime. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Nix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Throwing Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing his dart.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down.
He's going to take another shot here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Throwing again is Dart.
Here's Johnson with a reception. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st down, Giants.
79 Broncos.
Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll go play action with Nix.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Shedding through the tackle. And he's got this down to the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Jahdae Barron.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one he'd operate off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
He's into space past the 25. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Giants 3.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Dart.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Dart. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To the air, Dart. And this will be caught by Mooney.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Dart once more. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Dart. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing his Dart. Johnson's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. To throw now, Dart. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, here's Dart. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. On the give, it's Tracy. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Dart. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
His kick is good.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight way. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Nix. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a second and 10. To throw is Nix. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Back to the air with Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 27.
Now it's Nix.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now first and goal. Nix to the air. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Throwing after the interception. Nix. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Abdul Carter in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all there will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss count.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.